Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will discuss about Introduction to Form. In this section of the course, we are doing to be creating input form using HTML. A form is used to gather input from the user. Forms are created most common method of data collection from website visitors. The data that is input it into the form can be stored into a database or submitted to an email address. Keep in mind that in order for a form to work and transmit data, we need to use programming language that communicates with our server. For now, in this section of the course, we will only be creating the front end of form. This is what the user sees through their web browser. Let's take a look at an example of the basic contact form on this web. On this form, the user is able to submit the details, for example, first name, last name, country, and subject message. Now, let's explore how form is processed. Once the user clicks send button, first the user completes the form and fills out all the form details. Next, the data is transmitted to PHP script and validates the form. Validation includes checking to make sure the data is accurate to a certain degree. Data validation is very important and it can be done in client-side programming language such as JavaScript and also in the server-side language such as PHP. It's recommended both implemented. Keep in mind that the user can disable client-side validation by adjusting settings in their web browser. Server-side validation, on the other hand, cannot be avoided. We will be working with both types of validation techniques later in this course. Examples of data validation types include checking email address format, checking the length of data type into the field. For example, a minimum amount of character must be made in order for the form submission, or perhaps checking the format of the phone number. This is not an executive list and there are many different ways that it can be validated. Once the data is validated, the data is processed. The data can be input it into the database. It can be transmitted to an email address or some other form of the data processing. On the other hand, if validation fails, the user is typically sent back to the contact form forum page. So correction can be made as a reminder. We will be working with data processing later in this course. For now, we will begin with developing front end of the form using HTML. So, thanks for watching. I will see you in next video.